incident, from a minor incident to a major incident. Remember the incidents that they created themselves. They attacked the main vessel in Cuba. They exploded that. Then afterwards, in time, they found out who gave that order in Maine in order to intervene in the independence war, a war that the Cubans had already won with the Mambi's army. They were at the doors of that victory, and they attacked also in the Tonkin Gulf. In 1964, if I'm not mistaken. And they said that it was a fleet of vessels from North Vietnam, and then they went into an 11-year war with thousands of U.S. soldiers killed and also Vietnamese civilians killed with napalm. And whoever does not know how that army from the U.S. came out of Saigon, you can look it up in YouTube, how the great Ho Chi Minh built that great popular and civil military power that led them to a victory. In Iraq, what they built is that they had massive weapons of destruction that is still in the memory of those who write and who do. And we do not have to extend ourselves with that memory, but they were looking for an incident, and they will continue to look for such incidents. In Panama, for example, what was their excuse? To put 5,000 Marines, 200 helicopters, and murder 3,000 Panamanians in the Chorrillo neighborhood in Panama. The testimony is still alive of how people were sleeping at their houses and were murdered, elderly and kids, women and men in the Chorrillo neighborhood. The helicopters went through the neighborhood, shooting at everything in order to target that beloved people of Panama, the Panama of Torrijos. What was the incident? What was the excuse? A quarrel between the police from Panama and the soldiers, and then we don't know what happened, but we saw 2 U.S. soldiers who appeared dead, and with that, they gave the order of attack, and then we know that that incident was made by them. And here they are trying to create an incident because we do not understand that violation, that assault on the vessel, the violation of the Venezuelan jurisdiction on their seas, the presence of a destructor that cost millions a week to maintain it here in the Caribbean Sea. And we cannot understand why they made and they remained for 8 hours inside a fisherman vessel, just so that at night they said, okay, bye, we're leaving. And also they lied. They lied because we have protocols, old protocols from 1991 from Carlos Andrés Pérez government that had a cooperation agreement in the Caribbean Sea, so that if the U.S. Army comes one way, then someone calls and alarms this, and someone gives the authorization. So they told the fishermen, I do not want to show that videos from the fishermen because I don't want to expose them, the fishermen. But they told them, we are in coordination with Caracas. I don't know who in Caracas, but definitely with the civilian authorities, police authorities, military authorities, never. They never communicated an action. Because if they had, we would have told them, get outside of Venezuela, go outside of our seas, these are our seas. Now, I spoke and I sent a message, and I send a message to every fisherman from that great tuna fish, a healthy tuna fish, not genetically modified, one of the healthiest one in the world, to the Pargo fishermen. Let's continue our daily work. Just as I said on Saturday, let's continue our daily work fishing so that the sector continues to grow as the entire Venezuelan economy is